Hello friends, it's me, and today, wardrobe out of space, let's check out style theory. How to keep your closet clean forever. Out of space? From the style theorist. Together, let's go. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, messy.
I have a shopping addiction. No, really.
It's a problem.
But I have an even bigger problem, and that is the size of my closet.
Because all of this is not going to fit in that tiny closet.
At
Okay, so she had two problems. Not one, two.
least not yet. But after this episode, that is all about to change. Or else I throw out everything that doesn't have a place to go. And I mean everything.
Style theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory, the show
Hello internet, welcome to style theory.
that's teaching you how to clean up your own mess, one room at a time. We've tackled the bathroom, we've hit your office and your living room, and today we are going straight to where the magic happens, the bedroom. No. Get your mind out of the gutter and into the closet. Because today we are tackling the scariest place in your entire house. Your bedroom closet. The place where all your clothes, shoes, and those random knickknacks that you really meant to throw out years ago, but haven't gotten around to yet, go to die. And hey, that is not me throwing stones. I am right there with you. Theorists, I'm about to tell you something very personal. Something I am deeply ashamed of, because this is a safe space, okay? Hello, my name is Amy, and I am a slob. When it comes to keeping my clothes in order, folding, and putting everything away, I
Cute
just
cat.
don't do it. But not for no reason. It's because my closet is full. I suggest you go grab a snack for this one because I'm about to show you every skeleton in my closet and on my floor. So let's talk about that.
Okay, why skeletons?
Starting with exactly what we are trying to fit into this tiny closet.
And we are dealing with so many different types of clothes. We have blazers, crew necks, shorts, dresses, short dresses, long dresses, skirts, tank tops, pants. Everything needs to find a place, and how do we get them in there the best possible way?
That's all going to come down to how we optimize our storage options.
And so that brings us to my closet. Let me give you a tour. Starting over on this side, you'll see that we have
It looks very full.
some hanging shelves, 3 to be exact. We have an upper one, a lower one, and bonus, we have this one in the middle. It's a little hard to reach because of the way that the doors are, but it is slightly longer, meaning we can fit longer items like calf-length skirts. But as you can tell, none of it is long enough for anything like a maxi dress, a maxi skirt, or, nice pants that I don't want to fold up and get wrinkles in. None of that can fit here. So we need to find some other way to fit them in. But this is just closet number 1. Let me show you closet number 2. It's right here. As you can see, they're attached. This is all the shelving that's available to us. And before you say, Amy, look at all of this underutilized space, I'm gonna stop you right there because normally there's a bunch of these boxes just everywhere. I've been moving them out to try to make more space for these clothes to come in because these boxes, despite what the photo on it might have you think, they don't count as clothes. These are my wigs.
I may have a slight wig addiction, but it's just so convenient when you want to change up your look. Still, they need to go find a new home so I can fix this huge mess that I call a bedroom. And so I am
Oh, actually she could make a style theory episode about wigs.
putting myself
I mean, just a theory, just an idea. Hope it helps. Yay.
and my closet on blast for you. By the end of this episode, we are going to figure out the key to optimizing our closet space and storage. From shelving to baskets to hangers and vacuum sealing, we are not stopping until everything is put in its place. And if I can't, everything left on the floor is getting donated. Except the cat, she stays. But to do that, we first need to
Aw, heroin. I get.
understand why any of us should care about being organized in the first place. Closets aren't just about storage, they're about presentation and access. So we need to strike a balance between putting away our clothes, organizing it so that we can find what we need when we need it, and also presenting things in a way that sparks joy when we open those closet doors. Let's be real, the stress of seeing that monster of a mess hiding in my closet plays a huge part in keeping my clothes in piles on the floor. The way we organize our closet needs to help our brain, not hinder it. According to a famous study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, humans, we are easily overwhelmed, at least when it comes to making choices. In the study, when people were presented with 6 options to choose from, they had no trouble picking out something that they wanted. But when given 24 or 30 options, suddenly they struggled to make decisions. It's called analysis paralysis, a cute name for a very real problem.
Oh, and also it rhymes. Analysis paralysis. Thank you so much for teaching us. Thank you.
Analysis paralysis occurs when you get so overwhelmed by all the different options that you can't make any decision. And when the test subjects had to choose from one of those 30 options, they were less satisfied with their choices than a subject who had only 6 options. TLDR, while it's good to have options, too many will lead to making some very poor choices. And when we're talking about clothes, those bad outfits will haunt you for years. Trust me, the internet never forgets. So, does that mean I need to forget the challenge and start Marie Kondoing all of my clothes right now? Not exactly. Instead, we can use our space to trick our brains into thinking we did by how we set up our presentation. And so with that in mind, it's time to make the most out of my tiny little slider closet. By the way, a slider or a reach-in closet is the most common type of closet, at least here in the US. They average in at about 6 feet long, 2 feet deep, and 8 feet tall. Yeah, they're not that big when you actually stop to look at the numbers. And more people find themselves in my same situation, living in small rental units with limited storage space. And so we need to get very creative.
I just like it that bam 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 Dragon Ball DDR machine.
About our use of space. And for that, I think I need a little break from reality. A place to organize my thoughts while I sit and try not to remember that if this episode fails, I will literally be throwing out all of my clothes. So it's time to enter my mind palace. You know those thought experiments where you find out if your imagination
Isn't that Jimmy Neutron?
sees an apple as a 2D object or a 3D object? Well, my imagination looks like a virtual reality simulation designed by a very talented theorist editor. Don't ask me why, that's
Brendan,
just
thank
how
you.
it works. Now, my closet comes
Brendan, thank you.
with a few built-in features, 3 hanging rods and 1.5 sets of shelves. What do I mean by 0.5? Well, the middle has a mix of shelving and hanging space. It's also the hardest part of the closet to get to, thanks to the overlap of the 2 slider doors. Thank you, closet designer! But that means we need to focus our attention on 2 main space-saving themes: hangers and folding. These will be the most important things in this whole experiment. Just wait and see. But before I get too far, I do need to call out the one big elephant in my room: this dresser. I have had this thing for years, as evidenced by the DBZ carefully painted at the top of the mirror. Android 18, my first fashion icon. This dresser is technically
Dragon Ball Z!
another form of storage that I have available. And while
Wait. I think I saw Inuyasha. Wow. Inuyasha. That is very classic. I am old.
you could count that as cheating in a closet optimization episode, I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why it's not. 1, it holds only 2 types of items: sleepwear and underwear. 2 things of mine that the internet does not need to see. And 2, it's actually just a glorified cat bed. You see this? This is the cat's domain. I'm not allowed to be up here, and I'm also not allowed to get rid of it for this video to just be about closets. Sorry friends, the cat makes the rules, not me. Back to the Mind Palace. Let's start with the piece of this organization puzzle most of you are probably familiar with: hangers. I could do a whole episode on hangers, and
Please do it. It'll be interesting.
still might, because it turns out there is a whole world of hanger influencers out there trying to revolutionize something that we take for granted every day. But for today, we are going to focus on bulk hangers, ones that are designed to hold more than one item at a time. Because the name of the game here is to condense. The more we can save space, the more items we can fit, and the less I have to throw out. But to do that, I needed to know what I needed to hang up. And I started by categorizing all of my clothes. Pants in one pile, maxi skirts in another, and slowly but surely, over the course of almost 2 hours, I was finally left with a mountain range of clothing piles. Shirts and tank tops, jackets, sweaters and hoodies, long skirts, short skirts, pants, leggings, short dresses, long dresses. And I have to admit, seeing my personal style broken down into these little pieces caused me to take a moment for some self-reflection. But now, armed with the knowledge of what needed to go on hangers, I could finally make my purchases. But theorists, I couldn't settle for your basic plastic hanger. I had a goal: get as many clothes in my closet as possible, but still have them be organized and accessible. Sure, I could shove everything in, but like we learned earlier, that would only make choosing what to wear each day harder in the long run. And this episode is meant to make my life easier. So how do we have it all? Store more without losing accessibility? The answer was staring me in the face the whole time: innovation. And speaking of innovation, this past week, Style Theory threw YouTube's first ever creator-led fashion show. And it was crazy. We were so honored to be joined by our fellow creators like Cassie Ho, ZHC, Seek Discomfort, Critical Role, and so many more. It was definitely a core memory moment for me and the rest of the Theorist team. Not only did we throw the fashion event of the season, but we launched our brand new fashion brand, Lumen. Yes, we have leveled up our apparel. Lumen is an elevated streetwear brand made to keep you comfortable and stylish at the same time. When we created Lumen, we wanted to fill a gap we thought was missing in the fashion space, a place for bright, vibrant, and fun clothes that you can really live your life in. While you may not think so from my general dark aesthetic, I love color, and I am so excited to finally get to show off the amazing items that we've been working on. And yes, I'm partial to our black tee with floral embroidery, but I also love our floral pullover. It feels like being wrapped up in a cozy springtime hug. And what I love most is that Lumen truly is a unisex brand, meaning that we have things for every person looking to bring a little more illumination to their wardrobe. So check out the link at the top of the description to start checking out what Lumen has to offer for you. Now, back to how to store all those new clothes. Again, the main objective is condensing this pile of clothes into taking up the smallest space possible. So first, we need thin but durable hangers. These standard velvet hangers should do nicely. Velvet hangers not only give us that essential non-slip action that will save you hours of struggling to get your clothes to stay on the hanger, but they will keep your clothes safer than other types of hangers. But you can hear me talk all about that and more in a short that I did a few months ago. However, these hangers alone aren't going to give us the big space that we need. But you know what will? Pairing them with one of these, as the title says, space-saving hangers. These bad boys are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for this process. You see, these holes let us thread the hook of another hanger through them to store up to 5 items on this one hanger. And the double hooks mean that this can hang horizontally if we need to sort and separate out our clothes. But for storage, it can hang vertically, giving us 5 extra storage spaces for just one hanger hook.
Can I get an amen up in here? Amen. All right.
Next up, we have a remix of that original velvet hanger, and this time it has clips. This one can serve a few functions. It can hold up bottoms like skirts, shorts, or pants that need a little help staying in place. Or 2, for longer dresses, these clips allow us to tuck up the bottom of the dress so that it doesn't drag on the ground or get in the way of the other storage below it. Speaking of bottoms, this pants hanger is perfect for, well, pants, duh, but it will also work for other bottoms like skirts or leggings. Basically, any bottom that has enough fabric to hold itself down when folded will work on this hanger. And compared to your usual pant hanger that's thick and bulky and takes up way too much space on our hanger bar, this one is slim and it holds up to 5 items. I even found a similar one for our tops as well, but this one holds 8 items. So not only are these hangers saving space, but they are basically giving us a whole other area of storage, vertical storage. The key thing here is that most of our hangers focus on utilizing our closet's more overlooked space. Now, our hangers are going to be reserved for items that need to hold their shape or stay wrinkle-free. So what happens to our jeans, hoodies, or basic t-shirts? That's where our shelves come in. The shelves are for items that can be stored folded, or for items that don't make sense to hang in our current system, like belts, hats, or scarves. And we want things to be logically laid out here. Whichever shelf is easiest to reach, we are going to reserve for the stuff that's going to get the most everyday use. If you're like me and spend most days wearing hoodies or crew necks around the house, those will get the prime real estate. Or maybe you go into an office and need to grab a belt and tie every morning. Everyone has a different journey. The other thing to keep in mind here, proper folding technique. Now, I don't have time to go through how to fold every item that you may want to put on your shelves, but here are some tips for ones that I'm going to store in a segment I like to call Amy's Mini Hacks. For
Amy's Mini Hacks.
You want to fold them in half like a hot dog, making sure it's even. A good trick here is to check that the bottom hems of each leg are matching, as well as the hem at the waist. Then fold your leg up halfway to about the knee, and then fold again so that the bottom crease meets the waistband. Ta-da! Now, I'm not going to lie, the t-shirt can be pretty simple. Fold in your sleeves and fold in half. Easy, right? The same thing works for your basic long sleeve t-shirt and crew neck, just with an extra fold on the sleeves to make sure everything is tucked in. However, there is a pretty neat t-shirt trick that you can pull out at parties that I originally saw on TikTok. I'm going to lay my shirt flat, and then I'm going to pick up the middle point of the torso farthest from me with my left hand. Then I'll grab the top of that same side shoulder with my right hand, holding onto it as I cross my arm over to grab the bottom hem of that same side. Then all I need to do is uncross my arms and boom, a folded t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie, that TikTok trick can take a few tries to get right, but when you do, it is so satisfying. And last,
She makes a very good point. Practice makes perfect. And when you got it, well, it's just muscle memory. Good job.
but not least, hoodies. This one may actually change your life if you love hoodies like me. First, you're going to fold your left side in, making sure you line up your edge with that side of the hood's neckline. Fold that arm back over so that it lies flat, and then repeat on the other side. Then you are going to fold that in half and flip it over. From there, take your hood and fold it back over the top edge of the square you just made. Now, instead of a giant ball of fabric, you have a neatly folded stack. And if you think that you have a better folding hack, leave it in the comments and maybe we can have a fold off. And with all of
Well, thank you so much. Remember to comment down below. Thank you.
that, it's time to see how we did and to see if I held up my end of our bet, or if I'll be forced to take out the trash. And by trash, I mean my clothes. Ready for the reveal? In 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Look at the difference! You can immediately see how much more we fit into this closet just by switching up our hangers and changing how we fold our clothes.
There are so many more items in this closet, and it's all thanks to our hangers, because they are doing the job of condensing and utilizing this space better than I had my entire life actually at this point. Up here,
Ooh, wow. Good job.
here we have our normal velvet hanger. That's mainly for one reason, which is length. Most of these specialty hangers do require more space. We've actually fit every shirt that I own in this closet. And up here are all the ones I don't want to fold and I would like to keep wrinkle-free. Down here, we have 3 of our specialty hangers that are honestly making magic happen in this closet. This velvet hanger with the clips is doing the big work because this is making a maxi dress fit in a space half its size. And they're doing that by using these clips to hold the long end of the skirt. Not only that though, this hanger is going to revolutionize any of you people out there who love irregular dresses. The ones with the weird tops, the ones with the ties and the straps, and all the doohickeys that look really cool, but never let you hang them in a closet. These clips let me clip everything together and mean that this dress is not going to move. This dress is staying on this hanger the whole time. And that, above anything else, is revolutionary to my life and hopefully some of yours as well. Moving on to our next hanger, we have the pants hanger, which I used, if you can't tell, for skirts. I think I used 3 of these hangers. Suddenly I can fit 15 skirts that would have taken about half of this whole bar into the space of 3. And I can find them all super easy. I pull one out, I can see every item. That visibility means I am going to find these items and use them more than I was before. And that means I'm getting more of the money out of my purchases because I'm suddenly able to find them, wear them, and style them.
At this point, I have definitely got my money's worth with these hangers. But for all my tank top loving theorists out there, this next hanger was a game changer.
I would like to introduce you to my new and improved tank tops. As a tank top girly, I can suddenly see the light. And by that, I mean the actual clothes that I wear. I don't know if you know this, but I wear a lot of black, and specifically black tank tops. I'm even wearing one under this right now. Before, I would struggle to find any of them because they all just blended together in my closet. And now, because of this hanger, I can see each and every one of them. What this is gonna let me do is use these items that I honestly forgot that I owned and reincorporate them into my wardrobe and get more use. So not only can I now see everything, but I can incorporate them back into my wardrobe, which saves me money, saves me space from buying new items, and lets me basically get a whole nother wardrobe that I already owned free. It's like Christmas, but more affordable.
But our organizational extravaganza wasn't done yet. In the middle section, I was able to do something that honestly I thought was impossible. Make my clothes easy to reach and easy to see, even with the mirror in the way.
What I'm learning with each and every hanger that we look at is that condensing and having visibility are the key to utilizing your closet space the best it can possibly be. This gives me both, which means that this section that I used to never reach anything suddenly can be filled with items that I love. And that brings me to our shelves, which before I really just filled with boxes because I didn't have any idea what I could really fit there. Now, all of my jeans, every pair of jeans that I own, fits right here. And those puffer jackets that I wear so frequently in the Southern California heat, they go right there. It's easy to see where they are. I can find each one, but they're not taking up this huge amount of space in my closet.
Theorists.
Well, look at bright sides. In Singapore, there's no 4 seasons. There's no spring, summer, autumn, winter. So we do not need to prepare for summer clothing. We don't need to prepare winter clothing. We just need to prepare for everyday clothing. So, yay! Fun fact, by the way, my friends from my international friends, they come to Singapore and stay for a couple of years, education, school. They told me that they find that the years, time passes faster in Singapore than other places. It's like, that's not possible. That's not possible. Oh, because they tell the time by the weather. If it's like, for example, autumn, oh, they can, okay, so it's gonna be end of the year. If it's snowing, oh, it's winter, it's going to be the end of the year. If it's summer, it's in the middle of the year. But in Singapore, there is no spring, summer, autumn, winter. So they can't tell time as they used to back in the days in their homeland. So,
As a former anti-folder, I am a changed woman. Just look.
Look how much fits into these shelves. Cardigans, t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, crew necks, all of it fits in here. None of that was fitting in this closet before. And all it took was knowing the proper way to fold them and utilizing the space I had in a better manner. All of this used to basically live on the floor, in laundry baskets, and never made its way to a proper place because I just didn't have the tools to do it. And now that I do, I will never have to worry about clothes on my floor ever again, sort of. And I might have said we fit everything in here, but there still are some items on the floor. Don't get too excited, we're not donating them yet, because I have one more trick up my sleeve. I have one other way for you to utilize your space for your clothes that doesn't have anything to do with this closet.
But hold up, before I reveal my final trick, we need to acknowledge something even more important. You, the viewer. Until now, I've been talking a lot about me. But what about all of you who don't have this specific kind of slider closet? Well, to show you how you can use all of these hacks to solve any closet problem, we are going to take one more trip to my mind palace. You see, even if you are starting with a blank canvas of an empty closet, you can actually make my same setup. And while there are people out there spending thousands of dollars on custom closet systems, it turns out they are doing it all wrong. If you're on a budget, it can actually be very affordable to DIY your own closet system. Though I can't take all the credit for this hack because this item has been blowing up my For You page over on the Clock app. Meet the Target shelf. It's the perfect size, the shelves are adjustable, and the best part? It's only $40. IKEA could never. Using just 2 of these, we can create an almost identical closet setup to mine. So let's put 2 in our closet. By placing 1 at either end, we still have 2 feet in the middle for our hanging space. Speaking of hanging, we are going to place 2 rows of adjustable shelf rods between the 2 bookcases. And big disclaimer, do not try to use a tension bar for this, unless you want to wake up one morning with a mess on the floor of your closet. Remember, those specialty hangers may be giving us back extra closet space, but they are also very heavy since they are storing more items per hook. And we got the affordable Target shelf for a reason, and that is so that you won't feel any guilt when you drill into it and secure your hanging bars with screws. Now let's take a step back to look at our creation. Not bad, right? This whole setup comes in at just under $100. Insanely affordable when you consider that custom closet units cost anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000. But wait, what if you don't have a slider closet? I bet you're thinking that you've wasted your time watching this episode. Well, you'd be wrong, because all of these tips and tricks can follow you into any closet. All it takes is a few adjustments. Expanding our setup into a walk-in closet essentially gives us 3 walls to work with. Let's take our old slider setup. That's going to be the left wall of our new closet. For the right wall, we are able to double up on our original setup, meaning double the storage. With our original setup, we were able to almost double the amount of items that fit into my closet. Now you are looking at 4 times that space thanks to our selection of hangers, shelving, and folds. And guess what? That back wall isn't going to go to waste either, because if you also happen to have a dresser or set of drawers around, suddenly your closet isn't just helping you store your clothes, it's now giving you back space in your bedroom. Just don't be surprised if your cat gets mad that you moved her bed into the closet. No? Just cool. By the way, if you happen to reach a point where you have even more closet space at your disposal, like we saw in our 2-part stylist series with Matt and Stephanie, remember that the more space you have, the easier it is to get lazy. If you happen to find yourself in a similar position, it's not the space-saving hack of this episode that's going to serve you best. It's the organization. A large space makes it easy to lose track of your favorite items, so keeping an organized setup is going to mean that you aren't going to run late each morning as you try to find your items. Instead, you'll be living like a princess.
Bro, come on.
Okay. I have my own mall.
And now that you
Oh, come on. That's bull. That's only for like the elite, the top, the rich, the luxurious people. For commoners like me and you, for regular individuals, for humdrum people, that's not possible. I'm sorry, that's just not possible.
You're armed with more tips and tricks than a speedrunner, I want to talk about the final trick up my sleeve. And it's all about taking our closet out of the closet. I've already moved so much of what has been crowding my room into my slider closet. And all that newly revealed space was just sitting there, waiting to be utilized. And I had the perfect thing, a wardrobe. You see, while built-in closets, like the ones we've talked about so far in this episode, are super popular here in the US, in other parts of the world, you see a lot more people using wardrobes. A wardrobe is a separate furniture piece that functions more or less like a closet. And while they can look like the ones from Chronicles of Narnia, nowadays you can find many other varieties of external closet systems.
And so, I did.
You have to understand, taking over style theory has come with a few unique problems. The first, of course, is that I am filming myself in my actual bedroom, organizing my literal closet for people on the internet to see. Hey there, friends. And then there's the experiments. Between the shaving, the props, and the other episodes we're working on at the same time as this one, I suddenly have a lot more things to store around my apartment, including clothes. And last, but certainly not least, when it comes to filming, I need a backdrop that isn't my very unorganized room. While we here at Team Theorist are working hard to find Style Theory a permanent hub like we have for GT Live, in the meantime, we are still making content for you. So this is the perfect excuse to go big and stay home by building myself a little hub of my own right here in my room. So while this may be a bit extreme home makeover of me, I knew I had to do it. I went out and found 2 wardrobes, opting for the open layout versus the classic look, with the aim to showcase some of my favorite pieces, leave a few hints for upcoming episodes, and of course, pay homage to Lumen's predecessor. And looking at the final results,
I don't know if it's a good idea to have an open setup. Like, at least if it's covered or it's closed, right, it will protect the clothes itself from outside variables. For example, your cat scratch, your cat fur. And if you have children, you know, when they're drinking or they're eating or they're just running around, palm, the clothes is GG, so, or you need to wash it. Not good.
I think we did an amazing job, but wasn't enough to let me keep all of my clothes. At the start of this episode, I made a promise to you. Anything left on my floor would be donated no matter how much I love them. So, were the tips and tricks we learned today enough to save them? Yes! By maximizing our storage space, I was able to fit everything into place. And honestly, I am shocked at how well this worked out. I really thought I was going to be getting rid of at least a third of my closet, and yet here we are. I highly recommend that you try this yourself and post your results on TikTok and tag Style Theory Official. And I may duet my reaction to your closet transformation. And now that we are all armed with the knowledge and tools to conquer any closet, no matter the shape or the size, I am ready to consider this episode a win. But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory. Keep looking sharp. Whew. Man, I am so glad that's done and that I will never have to organize a closet ever again. Wait, I forgot. I'm moving. And while I reorganize my closet, you can learn how to optimize more of your life by clicking the box to the left to learn the best way to shave your legs. Or if the rest of your house could also use some TLC, check out the box to the right where we try out the ancient tradition of feng shui. Now, where did I put those extra hangers?
Well, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Subscribe. But hey, that's just a theory, a style theory. Keep looking sharp. And I hope to see you in my next video. Subscribe. Thank you.